that, you know, I mean, so much of the LGBTQA plus movement is about this idea of you're born this way. You have no choice.
Any sort of LGBT sort of phobic comments will get you, like, they will be removed, you will be told.
In ways that's not good. And don't get me wrong, like, absolutely, you know, there is a part of the, you know, LGBTQA plus movement, there is a part of the, you know, the problem is not feminism, the problem is not the LGBTQA plus movement. The problem is white men. The problem is bigotry. You must be this paragon of left-wingness, of LGBTQ, that you must show extreme deference, that you must, if you're left-wing, you know, if you happen to be on the LGBTQA plus spectrum, this is a place where you can go and you can read some, oh, this is gonna piss off the left-wing LGBTQA plus friendly social justice warrior movement, will support it, right? Touch every single demographic, like, you know, even the LGBTQ movement is like, oh, well, you know, if they're straight, the idea that the X-Men are discriminated against is analogous to the LGBTQA plus movement, because the whole point of spirituality and sort of LGBTQA plus acceptance and understanding that is there. On the left, within the LGBTQA plus movement, within the feminist movement, to be amoral. Why Black Lives Matter and the LGBTQA plus movement succeeds? Because the people who are being oppressed get angry. You know, Black Lives Matter and the LGBTQA plus movement. It's all about acknowledging there are problems in the world and we need to work together to of LGBTQA plus movements of certain kinds of feminism. And I will always be, and that's bad. That's so bad, because it's like feminist, LGBTQ, fan and activist, and, you know, like political pundit. But I am not by any means a paragon of left wing and LGBTQA plus and racial. You know, there's panels for everything. There's video game panels, there's LGBTQA plus panels, there's fan. But for me, really, when I think of this, I'm not thinking, oh, LGBTQ issues. I'm not thinking sexual issues. What I'm thinking,
you could. And so there wasn't any fear of it. Whereas with sort of LGBTQA plus people,
but hashtag not all feminists. Hashtag not all LGBTQA plus, etc. And they're right. They're right. Of course they're right. Of ridicule people. And yet, if you are ever critical of feminism or people within the LGBTQ movement, people will be like, yes, society where it is broken down into the left and the right, the LGBTQA plus movement, and the it's in fact in many ways it's more left wing and more feminist and LGBTQA friendly than maybe I am and maybe I should be. Anymore, you know, like LGBTQA plus, you know, like that encompasses a lot of things, many things that I am certain that many people. Oh, Elsa's gay. Oh, this is a representation of LGBTQ issues. Honestly, what I got from this is that essentially, we are seeing militant LGBTQA plus, militant feminism, militant transism. Transism's probably a bad word, but, you know, anybody is wearing the wooden sandals. It's the oppressed minorities. It's the LGBTQA plus people. It's the feminists. It's, the left-wing feminism and LGBTQA are going to limit what people can say, like, as a sort of better representation for the LGBTQA plus movement, as a better analogy for it, as a better metaphor for it, when and advance the kind of, feminists and LGBTQA plus causes. And so this is me sort of thinking for who are critical of some aspects of the LGBTQ movement or the feminist movement or even the left, right? It's always the stand for and defend and champion the cause of the left. I champion the LGBTQA plus movement. That seem like they're going to be a gay couple so that the LGBTQA plus community will watch, and then a subject pertaining to left-wing or LGBTQA plus politics, the despicableness of neoliberalism, how technology can
Sustainable economy, improving our schools, defending LGBTQ rights, defending women's rights, ensuring childcare is affordable. X-Men, and that's not what's happening in the LGBTQA or in race. It just doesn't happen. Except it does. Sexuals, transsexuals, intersex, and queers, then you can visit LGBT queers greens.org.uk. And there's
you got your kinksters and they're okay. You got your LGBTQA peeps and they're okay. You got environmentalism, that the LGBTQA plus spectrum, that social justice, that all these things are right. With modern feminist LGBTQA plus sensibilities. It's the way that she absolutely the sort of identity politics and sort of the LGBTQA plus sort of community that, like, or indeed this is a problem that is not restricted to the LGBTQ movement and to the social justice warriors, okay, right, that are Facebook fan group that are just like I don't get this. Why does it always be LGBTQA plus? Why is it in for the movement for sexual equality is LGBTQA plus, right? Except some fuckers think the A stands for ally. But movies are fucking amazing, and I still follow left wing LGBTQA plus podcasts. I mean, I'm fucking bisexual myself, so yeah.